How's it going, everyone? My name's Tim and I'm the community lead over here at GameRant.com, and I thought this week I'm going to jump on and do this week's Game Is Said. We asked you last week in GameRant threads if you could remaster just one more Crash Bandicoot game, which one would it be? There have been so many great entries in the franchise that there's really no wrong answer. I'm going to take a look at some anyway. Rebecca, GR member, and also King mentioned it as well. Wrath's soundtrack is peak. I still listen now and then. I'd prefer a remake akin to the trilogy rather than a simple remaster. Difficulty needs balancing and some vehicle segments need livening up or reducing. Yep, perfectly valid. Wrath of Cortex was great in the sense that it was still the platformer we knew and loved, but it managed to give us something, new and unique and fresh in the fact that there was a new antagonist, there was the vehicle segments that you mentioned that kept things, as I say, quite fresh. So great answer. Yep, Crash Wrath of Cortex would be perfect. The one I would have said myself, and was mentioned by a few of you, Richard and Deborah, I see mentioned both. Crash Twinsanity. That one came out in, I think, 2004. Oh, 2004. Guys, we're getting really old. I remember 9 or 10 years old playing that game, thinking it was the most unique, the most innovative game I've ever played. Like, playing as the hero and the villain, like, get out of here, this isn't real. But of course it was. It was a great, refreshing change of pace from what we come to expect from the Crash franchise. And I just love the fact that they incorporated the rivalry into the gameplay. Like Crash riding Cortex like a snowboard, and you'd be rolling down a hill because these two are fighting, and punching themselves senseless. Like, it was just that classic brand of Crash humor. A new story and a whole new take on the whole Crash and Cortex rivalry. I just thought it was brilliant, and I would do anything to see that remastered, remade, whatever it may be. Just give me that game again, because it was fantastic and I loved it. I'm going to do one more. I can't ignore it because so many of you mentioned it. Mandy, Mike, AlfJ14, Robin, all of you said it with such confidence. Crash Bash. I can't argue with it. Party games, I think there's still a market for them. If you don't believe me, Mario Party Jamboree came out recently. Correct me if I'm wrong, quite a successful game. I think there's still room and there's still a place for local co-op games in particular. I think it's a dying art, and I need to look my friends and family in the eye when I crush them in every Crash Bash game there is. So definitely think that there is room for it, and you could also do it online. I think what they tried to do with Crash Team Rumble could be done with Crash Bash if they brought it out again. Remaster, remake, sequel, whatever it may be. But they could definitely bolster the roster. I mean, you look at Crash Nitro Kart, that had so many more characters. Could definitely be done. Great answer. Let me find that one last comment. Scott, I think all Crash games should be remastered as a bundle. I think it's a pipe dream. It's a nice pipe dream though. And I think we can be optimistic. I don't think it will happen, but let's be optimistic about it. I think that's probably about all the ones I saw here. So many great answers. What a great franchise. I'll be interested to see what happens with Crash now that he's got new ownership. Feel free to continue the conversation. We've got this thread right below. You can just drop your comment below. Also, if you have an original idea, if you have a question, a hot take, or an opinion on anything, gaming, TV, anime, wrestling, whatever it may be, submit a thread to us. On the homepage or in the threads page, you'll see the option there. Submit a thread so I can read it, I can publish it, and then I can do a video about your thread and we can discuss it together. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the GameRant community, and we'll see you around on GameRant.com. Take care.